everyone, and welcome to the Fragrance Report. I'm your host, Anya, and today's episode will be a bit different. I had originally filmed this episode thinking it was going to go one way, and I actually was going to be talking about the TikTok ban, and then we had some new developments. 1 hour after I filmed that episode, TikTok came back, and that episode is now no longer relevant. So I'm refilming this. We're going to be talking about some of my favorite fragrances that I've been loving and wearing, but also I wanted to talk to you about some steps I'm taking, some perspectives I have. I think that there definitely is a lot going on in the social media space, so I wanted to talk to you guys about some changes I'm going to be making, where I see things going, and also some pros and cons about the different social media platforms. Let's just have a chat about it. I think it's something I would love to do right now because I don't know about you, but I've been experiencing a lot of whiplash with things coming, going, with all the uncertainty. It's been a tough week, so let's get into it. As many of you know, recently I did have the opportunity to move apartments, and since the move, I've been able to now get back to hosting some people at my place, and one of my favorite things to do is getting people to smell perfumes. It's my favorite thing because I really love having my friends and family explore their olfactory profiles through my collection. It brings me great joy to have them experience notes that they haven't really encountered otherwise. And some of these fragrances are perfumes that they have really enjoyed. And keep in mind, my friends and family, they're not always people who love perfumes. I'm definitely the perfume aficionado in my circle. And they are not, and that's totally fine. But there are some favorites that I've been getting people to smell, and they've really been enjoying them, so I wanted to share them with you. Starting off with J.U.S, this is Kuruzen. This is a perfume that I had one of my friends smell. She came over and she was curious about some of my fragrances, and she said that she wanted something strong. And I was like, you know what? Let's go for strong and unique, and let's try out J.U.S. This is a leather scent that really focuses on that leather jacket smelling note, but it also has an elegant powderiness with the violet note in here, and there's a bit of a airy quality about this scent. So it is leather, that is the focus, but it's a clean smelling, refined leather jacket kind of smell. It's not as animalic as some of the other leather fragrances that I've encountered. She smelled this, absolutely loved it, and it ended up being her scent of the night. So Kuruzen by J.U.S, I am an affiliate with them. This was a gifted bottle, and I do have a code with them, Anya10, but this is a stunning perfume, and I haven't really seen a lot of people speak on this, but it is a powerhouse scent if you're looking for something a little bit more strong and still very unique. Another fragrance that she absolutely loved was Pure Poison by Dior. This is a really interesting basic musk scent that is absolutely beautiful, and I absolutely love it. I've spoken about this on many occasions. It has key notes of jasmine and gardenia with a beautiful woody musk, and it also has some bright citruses at the top. It's absolutely beautiful and super accessible. And then another perfume that has been in my personal rotation nonstop has been Liquide Imaginaire Bloody Wood. This is a really interesting take on a cherry fragrance. It has cherry, raspberry, rose, violet. It's a really beautiful perfume. I've been making quite the dent in this, as you can see, and I've been wearing this almost every day. Some other winners include some Snif fragrances. Golden Ticket has been on my constant rotation. As you can see, I have quite the dent. This is a beautiful tea fragrance. And then I've also been loving Snif's Me. This is a new perfume with peach skin and some musk as well as orris, I believe. Both of these fragrances are exceptionally good and quite affordable. And then I had my family come visit me. Now, if you don't know, my family isn't as into perfume as I am. They appreciate my hobby, they respect it, but they're not as obsessed with perfumes as I happen to be. So I wanted to kind of change their minds a little bit, and I wanted them to smell a few more unique fragrances that they probably haven't tried before, and I ended up being successful with some of these picks. One of the fragrances that they really ended up loving was Basilica by Milano Fragranze. This is a really beautiful, like tonic bread-like scent with thyme and rosemary. This is something that they really did love. I also had my aunt smell Tuesday by Arlo Shoshana. This is a really strong tea fragrance with basil, coconut water, and it's absolutely stunning. Also has a very strong mint note. She liked this so much that she actually chose to wear it that day. And they also really enjoyed Snif's Wow Factor, which is a beautiful fig scent with rose. It's a very grassy scent, but it's not too green. This is one that I also really love, and yeah, this is a really good one. This is one that I personally really love, and of course they really enjoyed this as well. So those are some handfuls of scents that I really do love myself, and some other people in my life have happened to really enjoy as well. So with that being said, let's get into the focus of this episode, which will be the TikTok ban. We have had so much touch and go with this ban. With all the stuff going on this week, just in general, it has been constant whiplash. And I will tell you, Saturday night, I was on my phone, doom scrolling TikTok, thinking this was going to be the last time possibly that I'm ever going to be on the app. And I was just saving people's videos left and right. I had my information requested from TikTok and sent to my phone. And I just was feeling very kind of nostalgic, especially when I started looking at my old videos, because I was looking at my old TikTok videos and I was absolutely struck by how much I feel like I've missed with TikTok, because I used to just post whatever, whenever. And I think that at some stage, and I don't understand, I don't really know exactly when this happened, but I think at one stage I was just so preoccupied with what other people thought of me that I was putting out content that was very kind of planned, manufactured, edited, and I wasn't just posting just to post. I was just posting curated content. And I was doing that on TikTok, and I kind of realized that at some point it started not working as well, because when I transitioned to YouTube, I started creating edited videos on YouTube, and I found that I really enjoyed that. And I started transitioning out of TikTok. And the thing about TikTok is, if you don't post every day, the algorithm forgets about you. And that's something that I found out. And I just started getting kind of disillusioned with TikTok, to be completely honest with you, because I found that not everyone was seeing my videos. I was following 900 people, and sometimes TikTok would not show me everyone's videos. In fact, that was happening most of the time. So that was definitely a downside. But I will say the number one thing that TikTok is really good at is getting people's videos out to a lot of people. So even if you're a small business, if you're a creator just starting out, if you have a good message and enough people want to see you, TikTok will make you blow up pretty quickly. And it's quite easy to grow on TikTok, but creating a community is sometimes a little bit more difficult, and that's something that I found really easy to do on YouTube. I was able to kind of get what I wanted out of it, but then when I was looking at my old videos, I realized how much I missed just the idea of posting. And when TikTok came back earlier today, I just got on TikTok and I made a video and I posted it in about 30 seconds, and I realized that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. YouTube will stay my curated um, platform. I will continue to post long form content. I love doing it. I will continue to do this podcast. I love doing that. And I'll also get back to TikTok and RedNote. I downloaded RedNote today in the morning. Right now when I'm filming this, or when I'm recording this episode, it's Sunday. So yeah, I downloaded RedNote. That's why I'm wearing red right now, because I think red is like the lucky Chinese color. So yeah, plus I love red on me anyway. So that's why I'm wearing this red outfit to commemorate my debut on RedNote. RedNote's fun. Not gonna lie, there are a lot of great people on there. It's a great sense of community. I'll continue to post on TikTok and RedNote. We'll see how it goes. I just think in general, social media can be such a fickle thing. Things come, things go. Everything has an end. I am someone who never wants to be dependent on any one social media platform. So that's something I will continue to be very cognizant of moving forward. because my primary platform is YouTube, if I'm being honest, but I would like to make sure that if something happened to YouTube, I'll still have an audience, and that's something I really want to work on in 2025. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Let me know your thoughts on what I just talked about. To be quite honest with you, I know that this is completely a departure from my usual curated episode content when it comes to these kinds of podcast videos, but things have been so up in the air over this past weekend that I couldn't do a lot of research again. I couldn't do a lot of planning. So that's why this is such a conversational episode, because of that reason. But we'll be back to normal soon. I promise you, we're going to be back to doing fragrance history videos after this next week. But that's it for this podcast episode. Let me know what your thoughts are on the topics I just talked about, and I will see you in my next episode. Bye. This episode's music was brought to you by Kevin McLeod over at Incompetech. This is Beauty Flow by Kevin McLeod at incompetech.com and is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.